Toga, SRS runway, auto thrust is blue. 80 knots, thrust set. 5500. 31. Rotate.
Testing. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Starting off another live stream here from the East Coast in Philadelphia, and it's pouring rain, it's windy, and it's cold, and I was trying to get my rudder pedals secured. That's what was taking me so long. I thought I was going to have a bunch of time to set up for the stream. Did not happen. We did a Buc-ee's family outing, came back, I was scrambling to get things together, and then I still needed some coffee, and then I realized I needed to get my rudder pedals secured, and they're not secured. So, I mean, well, they're sort of secured. We're going to roll with it. We'll see what happens. I have a feeling we might actually need the rudder pedals for this flight today. But if they slide around, we'll just we'll have to see if we can do our best to keep it on the pavement. Let me go ahead and get rid of this pinned message. Man, it's really loud in here. Is it loud in the sim? Like, the wind noise is really loud, I feel like. I'll turn you down for a minute. Michael or Mitchell Taylor, excuse me. What's up? Howdy, sir. How's it going, man? Good to see you. Good to see everybody back here. Ronald James, welcome to Commercial Pilot. Glad to have you on board. And we should be, we're happy to have you, man. Team Green, welcome on. Who else we got? McAllen's here. JJ Stevens, RC Flyers in the house. Mysterious Mr. T, Fly Daddy-O. Kyle Lewis, Smoky Mountain Flight Simmer. Chaos in the house. What's up, man? I mean, the music is louder. I don't know, so it's all out of whack, man. I was scrambling. I swear, I need an hour to get the stream set up. If I have anything less than an hour, I'm just not prepared for the stream. So, and I tried to set everything up here in 20 minutes. I still didn't even get to tweak my profiles to get them the way I wanted, but we'll see if we made any progress. Scott, good to see you, man. Thank you for 36 months of support here on the channel. Just got your wings looking good, Scott. Looking good indeed. Looking good indeed. All right. I got a couple things to share with you. I'm going to reset this camera here. This is the outside cam. I'm tired of listening to the wind blowing in my face. Oh, so much better. Was that just me? I don't know what's going on with the audio. I felt like the wind noise outside was just excessive. So we'll go ahead and turn that down. Everything else is good. We're back in. Let me get rid of that. And we're going to get this show on the road. We are back in the FlightSim Studios E170. Today we're in the E175, or if you're a Mesa pilot, that's the only thing you know is E175. E170 is below you. But yes, with the Embraer E-Jets, y'all, I want these airplanes to become great. I've flown them in the past. I like what is already on the table here, and I know this is an early access airplane. There's things missing. They're well aware of it, and it's still a very much in development airplane here. But the groundwork that's been laid is very, very promising, and I think, you know, with as they continue to develop these airplanes, I think this could be some really epic add-ons to the sim. But I'm having so much fun with it as is. We're going to keep rocking with it. I am trying a little Soundpack. I don't even know if I love it. So I tried FtSim. I tried the FtSim download of the full pack, and then it didn't work. I couldn't find my airplane. It like deleted my airplane from the community folder. So then I just did engines only Soundpack, and I don't know if I like them. I think the default is just as fine, or just as good. You know, short of a Boris Soundpack, there's really, I mean, it is what it is. The other thing I wanted to change was I wanted to change my views. I didn't have enough time to do that, so we'll just rock from the engine views. But man, it is a gloomy day.
Simulation.
Oh my God. Come on, man. Let's have some radio discipline. I'm going to go ahead and just mute my ATC for now. But yeah, we're going to give it another shot today. I'm having fun with it, and I've learned some things, or refreshed my memory with some things. So I'm going to share some tidbits that I have relearned as I've been going through my manual set here. Rastik, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships to the chat. Appreciate you, dude. Very, very kind. If you pick up a membership from Rastik, make sure you shout him out and say thank you. Will this one be by the book? Alexander KR, not yet. So if you want it, here's the thing. I've got a plan. What, did it automatically just stop raining? That's weird. What's happening? When I go outside view, okay, I guess it is raining. We're going to do an by-the-book, quote-unquote, stream in a little bit. I need more time with this. I'm still trying to refamiliarize myself with the airplane. But what we're going to do is eventually we're going to redo my very first flight in this airplane, DC to New Orleans. It's a longer flight, 800 miles plus. So we're going to have some in-flight entertainment on board that one. It's going to be a great flight. I'm aiming to do that at the end of this week, maybe Friday. So we're going to load up the 400th delivery, U.S. Airways Express Republic Airlines, and we're going to blast off at D.C. and go down to New Orleans. So that'll be a lot of fun. I hope you guys tune in for that one. We're still kind of in the testing phase here, getting used to this airplane. What happened to kids being in school? I think it's spring break, Mysterious Mr. T. Spring break indeed. Look, I got no problem if y'all want to fly along and you want to make traffic. I like that. That's why I'm on IVEO, because I really don't want to be on a network anyway. I don't need to be on a network, but I like having additional traffic. I'm fine with you flying along with me, but just maintain your radio discipline. Be professional. We're adults here on this channel. Even if you're not an adult, we treat each other like adults. So yes, these are considered the new winglets. These are the extended winglets. We used to have a placard up in the cockpit that we would stick right here, and it said extended winglets. One thing that was really annoying about the extended winglets is the strobes. At night, the strobe flash was really bright in the cockpit. It would flicker off the panel here. Now it does that on on several airplanes. Airbus does it a little bit too. The Airbus kind of blocks it with the pillar here. But I remember the extended winglets. That was one of the most notable changes up front at night. It was just very, very bright up here with the strobes. So much so that some nights I even just turned the strobes off. I was like, I can't continue to look at this. It's just too bright. And I think eventually they made an adjustment to the bulb position and made it better. I don't know. I could be cross-referencing some information, but yeah, I remember the extended winglets strobing, and the extended winglets floated a little bit more, a little bit easier to land, a little bit softer to land with the extended winglets. So should be good. Should be good. What rudder pedals do I have? Josh, I have the MFG Crosswinds. MFG Crosswinds. All right, chat, let's fire this bird up. Let me juice up the sounds here. Make sure we get everything all the way up, and this should be a fun one. Where's your streamer's cap? You took them off the handles. What? Sam F, what's up, man? Good to see you. Hey, Sam, didn't you text me? I think I never texted you back. My bad, dude. Sam, we got to get together again before I leave the state of Georgia, dude. We got to get together again. All right, battery 1, battery 2. Let's go ahead and connect the GPU. Once the GPU is connected, we'll go ahead and smash down that avail button. I want to square my view off here. I think I'm a little bit off. I'm trying to get my. So the 170, 175, they're different models. So you got to have different views. You got to set your views up appropriately. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't want to get it. I'm trying to get my view right. Hang on. That's close enough, I guess. I just don't like how it's curved. I feel like I'm at an angle. Oh well, that's close enough. That'll be our overhead view. All right, we got our GPU is up and running. We're powering up the airplane. We'll get our nav lights on. We'll go ahead and get the logo light on right there, right below it. Logo lights on. APU is off. Electric pump is off. And 12 o'clock and dark. That's what you're looking for on the overhead. Pretty simple. It still reflects off the light knob panel. Yeah, I'm sure it's still. Yeah, it was. I just remember it being. It being pretty aggressive. That was the biggest change. Like right here, coming off the this whole thing, and even at night, I mean, I feel like the whole glare shield would almost light up. Here's another tidbit that I learned or refreshed my memory that I was incorrect on the last stream, and then once I remembered it, I remembered why. So this, what do we call this? The guidance panel. I can't remember the actual Embraer term for this. These buttons do not light up. Okay, you can look really close here. You can see these little grooves for the lights, the green lights. And you can turn them on in the settings here. If you go aircraft, disable glare shield LEDs, that is the realistic mode. It's very counterintuitive when you come from a 737 or an Airbus or really any other airplane that has lit glare shield buttons. FMGP, Flight Mode Guidance Panel. Thank you. So that flight mode guidance panel up here does not have lit annunciators above the switches. That is why you live and die by what? Your FMA. Same thing as the Airbus, live and die by the FMA, but even more true, it's on the Embraer. The only way to properly know, and really the only way to know what your aircraft is doing is by reading and understanding your flight mode annunciator, FMA. So it's a way to force you to check the FMA, as A-Rot says here. The button light, the lights above the buttons, I mean, theoretically, you have to kind of understand different how the Embraer flies, really, like with speed on elevator, speed on thrust, the different modes. You could have TCS mode engaged, but technically the autopilot's still on. So to truly, the only way to really know what your airplane is doing is by deciphering your FMA. So by eliminating these lights here, it forces you to read that FMA, and it forces you to stay in tune with the aircraft. So that's kind of the reasoning behind it. I'm going to go ahead and leave this on the systems page here. I'm going to go ahead real quick and set up vert profile just because it makes me feel better. We don't have weather on. That's fine. Plan mode. I'm going to leave you on plan because we're going to build that. First officer is going to be over here on the flight control page after we check hydraulics. That looks, we'll get those juiced up here after start, but we'll do flight controls. There we go. That's the one I want. Flight controls over here. Emergency light not armed. I missed one. Emergency light is right here. Emergency light, I missed that on my flow. Wow, there's only like 3 switches and I missed one of them. That one, nav, logo. Electric pump can stay off right now until before start, maybe? I don't know. A-Rot, what do you do with the electric pump? I forget. I feel like I remember seeing hide pump, not auto, here on the ground, like at the gate. I don't remember exactly the configuration of that. Coming down the rest of the panel here, everything else looks good though. Not much to do. We've got the roll trim and your system cutouts, your trim system cutout, and then you also have your elevator and aileron disconnect. This is pretty cool. Not cool, but basically if you have some type of flight control jam, which actually did happen to a Republic Airways flight, you can disconnect the surface from the associated on-side yoke, and basically it boils down to you could have the captain flying with the ailerons, and the first officer is only flying with the pitch. So basically, only one pilot has one control surface. Either one has the pitch, one has the roll, vice versa. And we do that in the sim in training, and it can be pretty wild when you start messing around with it, trying to fly approaches. You really got to have effective communication. But that's to counteract any sort of flight control jam or malfunction. In case we single engine taxi with 2, hydraulic 1 will be on, says A-Rod. I don't know how your operator did it, but by operator we put hydraulic 1 and 3 to on prior to push. So then you see hide not auto. That's probably how we did it, A-Rod. 1 and 3, so 1 and 3 on before push. Prior to, okay. I mean, I'll have to, I got to find my actual SOP. I didn't have enough time to look for the rest of my books. But that's, if A-Rod's doing it 1 and 3, then that would make sense, because now I'd see hide not auto and you'd have hydraulics for pushback and all that. So has this been improved in the last? Berex, I haven't had the FSS E-Jet long enough to see any updates come out. So I don't know when the last update was released. I literally just started flying this airplane 2 days ago. One other thing I'm going to tell y'all that I remembered, and actually I was reading through the book here. What made the Embraer really neat is it's a combination of fly-by-wire and conventional surfaces. So the ailerons are actually conventional cables to hydraulic actuators. So the hydraulic actuation of the ailerons are by traditional means with pulleys and cables. And then the elevator and elevator and rudder are all fly-by-wire. So you have artificial feel units for the elevator for pitch. I had an artificial feel unit go bad on a contract flight down to Tunica, Mississippi. That was an interesting one. But yeah, so you have a straight mix of fly-by-wire and conventional, and I've been tweaking my Brunner yoke to replicate that, and I'm still not done with it yet. I hope I don't have any issues today. I was having an issue with getting the autopilot to disengage, so we might have to figure that out in flight. But I think it's really fun trying to make this profile on the Brunner force feedback really match the Embraer. It's kind of neat. Air Dog, thanks for the 5 months of support. Good day, mate. How's the plane? Thinking about getting it. So far, I'm enjoying it. Remember, it's an early access aircraft. There's things missing. There are things on the roadmap that you may want that you will not get out of the gate because this airplane is still in development. The biggest of which is VNAV. You know, if you need VNAV to fly an arrival or departure, you're gonna be sad because you don't have VNAV. But there are other ways to accomplish the task of a SID or a STAR without VNAV. Easiest way, in my opinion, is FPA, or you can just go full Boeing flight level change mode up and down and meet your restrictions. Captain Zemp, thanks for the 1 month of support, man. Good day, Captain. By the way, ground is unreadable. Yes, I have it muted right now just because we don't have the radios on at the gate, but I will call ground. See ground pulled up online, so I will contact Philly ground on 21-9er here prior to push. But let's go ahead and load up our aircraft. So I'm going to come over here to the FMC, and we'll go into the route page, Philly, and our flight today is Brickyard. I haven't said the Brickyard word in a long time. Brickyard 357. Let's go ahead, and our destination is Boston, which I just flew into Boston yesterday. Philly, Boston, flight plan request. We'll go ahead and pull that from the SimBrief plan. It has VNAV in the form of vertical speed selector. There you go. There you go. Hopefully the sound fixes the engine noise and not sound like it's an island cruise. PAX, we'll see. We'll see, man. I have the engine sound pack only on because the FTSim stuff is just, it deleted my whole airplane from, like, when I tried to load into the sim, I couldn't find my sim, or I couldn't find my airplane in the sim. All right, here we go. Flight plan received. Clear that out. Boom, boom. Philly, Boston. Here we go. Departure, runway. Let's see. Philly, ground, ATC, ATIS. Let's see what the ATIS is saying. Right now, information Bravo. Ooh, boy, listen to this. 080 at 20 gust 32. Remember we said we wanted to fly... We wanted to fly in a little bit easier of a location today. With that, I did not choose the right route. 2.5 statute mile, light rain, mist, overcast 1200, broken at 800, 7.6, peak wind. Okay, so basically 080, we're going to be departing 9 or left. So here we go. Departure 9 or left, Philly 3, apply. And then we'll get the rest of our flight plan in here. Actually, we could uplink it, right? Or why didn't it uplink? I should have uplinked. There we go. Philly, Boston. Apply. There we go. Now it should have everything but the SID and the star. There we go. I got to re-put the departure in there. Actually, no, it's right there. Philly, 9 left. Let me just redo it just to be safe. 9 left. Philly, 3. Apply. Back here. There we go. That looks good. 9 left. USR. We'll go to the next page. After JFK, we're going right into... Hold on. Going to go back to route. Arrival. Boston. Oh, man. Let's just assume we'll get 4 right for now. We'll plan on 4 right. ILS 4 right. Goshi. Coming down the Roebuck 3 arrival, and we'll take it off of Kennedy, apply that, take a look here. There we go. USR, ditch, Luigi, Hannah, all in. That's all in there. Runway 4 right. Excellent. All right, perf and knit. We're going to go 300 and 0. I remember this now. This is basically taxi landing fuel in pounds. And I'm pretty sure we did 300 and 0 as well. Someone also mentioned that in this chat before. Cruise. This should all be linked possibly through here. So let's go back to the regular settings. We're going to come over here. We're going to go flight details. This is what we've got. A departure. Passenger weight 7680. We're going to depart off 9er right. Condition is wet. I'll also do, in the weird case that we got 9 left. I'm sorry, it'll be 9 or left for departure. I hope I put 9 left in the box. We'll run 9 right for some odd reason. Both wet. Both flaps 2. Sync the live weather. We'll calculate that here. It's 4 right, Roebuck 3. That's what I have. Did I not put that in there, Vodka? Alright, now somebody was saying that I need to check the weights. I'm going to get GSX to start loading. I reload this. It might be too late now. Oh, sim brief aircraft model match. Hold on. That's my fault. I think I filed it as an E175. Maybe it's an E170. Really? That's the difference. Let's see. Check cargo, it doubles cargo. And don't forget to hit a load time at the bottom. All right, let me do that here in just a second. Let me get GSX doing its thing. E170 doesn't match Microsoft aircraft. Really, SimBrief? I'm Embraer E170. You want Embraer 175? Let me try this. Oh, it hates the extended wing. I don't have a SimBrief. I was just using default. Is that going to be an issue? Yeah, E75L doesn't match Microsoft aircraft. So it clashes with E75L, E170. Yeah, I don't have any profile downloaded because I don't download profiles. I want it all to be default. I don't think I can select one here. Let me see. Aircraft type. Yeah, no. Unfortunately, I don't have any profiles in SimBrief. That's unfortunate. That's all right. Screw it. Well, yeah, why does it even care about if it's a winglet or not? Anyway. Yeah, I just renamed the Pro E175. You got to edit SimBrief profile to say E170. But it worked last night when we flew an E170. It's because we're in an actual E175. Is that the problem? That's lame. Okay, I'm gonna send this to McDo. Perfinit. Next page. Why aren't you taking any of the info? Send to McDo. Payload. Fuel. 10.3. 11.6. Zero fuel weight is 62. Total is 72. Gross weight 70.8, CG 18.7, fuel takeoff fuel 5.7 required. Let me see here. Gross takeoff, 9 on the left. Loading, real time, instant. Load in real time. Aha! Alright, so it's loading. I'm just going to request boarding without the regular sim brief and be the same thing. It's all fake weight anyway, right? I didn't know there was a profile for sim brief. FSS needs to throw that in sim brief so we can just select it from default, you know? I never had to download Fenix profiles. Howdy, Captain. Long time no see. Hope you're fine. Robert S., man, I am doing just fine, my friend. Just fine. We're getting it up. We're getting it figured out here. We're getting it figured out. What we do need to figure out, though, is this page. 2.8 fuel on board. We need more fuel, so we're going to let it do its thing. We should have 6.1, but it says 4 minutes, so maybe at the end it is all done. Nope, crew's already on board. Manifest, no, I'm not going to worry with that yet. We need to open the main exit, though, so let's go to, how do we get back there? Ground, there we go. Main exit, we're going to open you. Kansas Phoenix wasn't always there? Yeah, well, I swear, I've never downloaded a profile for Phoenix and threw it in SimBrief. It just happened to show up in SimBrief. You click on default and the profiles are there. Right? I don't think I've ever downloaded profiles. Or have I? I don't remember. It's been so long now. But we got cargo loading up. You might have to open the back door. No, so actually GSX integrates fine with the aircraft doors, other than that front door. It comes out here, it opens up the cargo doors, starts loading the cargo in the right spot. SimBrief and GSX frustration. Sounds like it's time for a good old-fashioned baking supplies run down in South America. Steven, what's up, man? What's up, man? Yeah, why GSX even cares if there's like, or why extended winglets or not, but I guess maybe you have to figure out how to change between airplanes? I don't know. Just check your ETD on SimBrief. No. I think I'm a little late now, but let's see. Even if I edit, hold on, let me edit it. I don't think that's going to change it because it's an aircraft problem. It's not an ETD problem. I go edit flight, and I'll make it for right now. What I am interested, though, about is why when I go to the manifest page here, this should be sending, is that just sending V-speeds? That's just sending V-speeds, 24, 29, 33, 83, 5,000 initial. Okay. So, and we are fueling. So it is fueling. Okay. So it's doing everything right. It's doing it all by itself. I don't have any problem with that. I turned the cabin off to see if that would minimize that stutter in changing of views. So far, fingers crossed, it seems to have worked. The cabin, when you toggle the cabin, by the way, in the EFB, it's not the entire fuselage. It's just the interior of the cabin. Took me a minute to figure that one out. Probably in the manual, but we all know how I am with manuals. I don't like to read. Xylabo, what's up, man? Good to see you. Speaking of wind, do you feel it buffet at the gate sometimes? Dale, depends on where the aircraft is in the airport. Like, if you're on a gate that's out on the end, sure. But if you're tucked inside an alleyway, you know, then a lot of times the terminals block the wind. But there are definitely airports out there where you can feel the wind blowing on you. There's more profiling happening in a sim brief and GSX than TSA security line. When you hit send to McDo earlier, it was feeding info on the right McDo while you were looking at the left McDo. Really? Runway distance and other info. Oh, really? And I wasn't paying attention? I'll have to take a look at it. So this looks like it took its own numbers then from the manifest. Takeoff and landing fuel, 557.29. A min takeoff, min landing. But I think, oh man, I'm going to have to look in the old Honeywell info for this. I thought if you, I swear there was something where like if you had the takeoff fuel in here and then you didn't, I don't remember. Like if you had a number in there that was too conservative and you didn't actually meet that number, it would mess up your numbers for land, like determining how much fuel you had for reserve. I don't know. So this is the bug. So put this to 300 and 0. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Cruise flight level, what did we file? We filed 310. Now, I had an issue with this earlier. Somebody said don't put flight level. Let me try that. 310. Hey, there we go. Flight level 310, and I guess I only need this one. Flight level 310, that looks good on that page. Nothing on there. Takeoff data set. We're doing a TO1. ADIX on, ECS on, anti-ice. What was the temp? I think we have to actually have engine anti-ice on. Engine anti-ice on. No flex. Enter. What does FMS takeoff do? Takeoff and knit. Flaps to or no. Flex off. TO1. There we go. Takeoff. 29, 20, 23, 29, 33. VFS is 183. Perfect. Takeoff pitch 10 degrees. My only really burning question now is what about that takeoff trim setting? Let's get the APU fired up. Hopefully FTSim didn't mess with the APU sound, because the APU sound was fire. Let's fire it up here. It sounds like it did. Nope. Let your ears be shattered. Gosh, that is so good. I remember walking down, some of these Embraers had like, the AP was so loud. I remember coming down the jet bridge and you could hear it being loud. That's how loud some of them were. Mostly on the 170s. I think the 175s were a little bit better. I mean, I can hear it from here in here, which is pretty cool. All right, APU is on. That looks good. System 1 and 3B on. Electric pump on. Will that put us in hide not auto? Let's see. All right, we'll hit the magic barrel ref key. And trim should be bottom right chunk of data. 3.6, there we go. That helps me out. 3.6. There we go. 3.6 on the trim. Now, we really need Boris to do a full-blown sound pack. All right, let me see if ground is still on here. Let me check the web eye. Looks like Boston ground's on now. So yeah, he switched to Boston ground. Wow, there's a lot of y'all in Philly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us in Philly. All right. Let's get ready to get out of here then. "3B can stay auto. 3B auto. So 1. Oh, so 3A on. That's right. That looks better. System 1 on. Electric pump 3A is on. Let's close up. Get ready for pushback and departure here. All those doors are closed up. We no longer need the GPU. We'll pull all those. No, nope.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
Philly, Traffic, American 1560 is going to be pushing back west.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Benji, I did get reversers bound, so I'm using my Throttletek Boeing throttle for this flight. We'll see how it pans out. Random question, brother. Cadet programs become airline pilots? Yeah, Mo, there is. There's a few. There are definitely a few.
Checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Fractality says, I have a suspicion why the Soundpack did not work. I bet you have the solution, Fractality. So the first one, it says if to install the full Soundpack, I had to modify the JSON file by deleting some stuff. Well, look at that, 146. I did, and then it yeeted my 170 from the entire sim options when I loaded up the sim. So then I did the engine-only Soundpack, and it seems to work. Starts with M and ends with all. Oh yeah, Fractality, we've established. something reading something manual. But I actually read it. I read the instructions. It said go here and delete these, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know why FTSim makes his Soundpack installments as complex as astrophysics. I know, Christy. Well, I quickly deleted the modified file, and then I just put the default one back in. We need to go nose right, tail left, but this 146 is going to block us.
Release parking brakes, please.
Philly traffic, Brickyard, 357, Charlie 22, pushing back, Philly. Oh, man, that's so fun to say that call sign again. Maybe we'll wait for this,
Parking brakes, please.
should I wait for this 146? I don't know, we'll see. I'm going to release the
Don't worry,
brake.
with you.
I don't know where it's going to bring me. We shall see. Let's go ahead and get the beacon on.
Icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
Oh, we never turned these on. No smoking, fasten seatbelt, stereo line should be on. That looks good. We are on our way back. Yes, we're on Iveo, Davis. Oh no. Oh, I thought I was missing my key bindings for the view. JJ Stevens, yeah, I figured I'd mess something up. That's why it deleted it. But I don't know. I mean, honestly, the default sounds aren't bad, especially like in the cockpit. The APU I love. I did think it was a little quiet in cruise, but at the end of the day, you're wearing a headset with these things too, so it's like, now that I'm using my A&R headset more on the bus, you guys would be so disappointed at what flying actually sounds like with noise reduction headsets on. Like, you don't hear anything. It's actually scary. I don't even turn my noise reduction on until 10,000. I've established a new flow for my Bose headset. I turn noise reduction on above 10, and I turn it off as we're descending below 10.
Please set parking brakes.
All right, brakes are set. Clear to disconnect. We're going to spin them up. All right, we are clear to start. Clear to start. We're going to start engine 1, then 2. Here we go. Move the cover. Hold it up and over for about 2 seconds, and then it should start on. I hope I did that all right. Here she comes. A-Rot, you turn off A&R. So A-Rot, on the Embraers, I think I had it on most of the time. But man, you fly, like, I feel like I lose situational awareness. On the 321s, the engines are so far behind you, I don't hear anything. Like on the ground, I can tell, you know, if there's thrust on the engine, if I'm taxiing around or whatnot. With ANR on, you can't hear any of that.
Hello, traffic, American 1460 is going to be taxied to Woody Front runway 9 or left. Juliet 12
Rex Royce, yeah, I did a few months ago. I finally caved. Got another, I got the Bose Pro Flights, the little in-ear ones. I'm really excited to try this force feedback profile because I was tweaking the ailerons to react to the speed at which the aircraft flies, and then the pitch pretty much stays consistent because it's artificial and fly-by-wire. He said the sim cockpit sounds are for if you have no headset on at all, because with the headset it's super quiet. Oh, he said, oh, your buddy had UPS? Yeah. All right, we got a good start on number 1. It's kind of meh. Let's go ahead and start number 2. I don't even remember what an engine start sounds like. Let's try it from outside. I can't even hear it because of 146. Kind of hear it starting up. Scoop Fee, what's up, man? Good to see you. Chris Stupor, oh yeah, I'm itching to fly Republic next. This is a Republic livery. I have this tail number in my logbook. Well, not 963 Whiskey Whiskey. Well, I do too, but that's from FlightSim. This is, what's the tail on this? 426YX. I have this tail number in my logbook. But on Friday, I encourage everybody to tune in on Friday because I'm really going to do some more studying this week, even more so after tonight, on getting this airplane down the way I remember it. And we're going to recreate. We're going to have a memorabilia stream. Maybe I'll even do a face reveal on some old photos. But we're going to have in-flight entertainment, and we're going to fly from D.C. down to New Orleans, my first ever flight. If it wasn't such a long flight, I would do the commute flight. I flew that CRJ 200 Philly, D.C., and then I operated D.C. New Orleans. All right, we got 2 good starts. That's going to come back to auto. APU is going to come off. Oops, didn't want to do that. APU is going to come off. That all looks good. We're going to go flaps. Duh. Now, I'm using my Boeing flap lever, which can be kind of spicy here. I don't know exactly if I'll get the right flap position. I have to tweak that as well. I do apologize. I needed to spend all of today getting my settings up for this airplane, but it's my son's 1-year-old birthday. So I wasn't even supposed to be home today. I timed out last night because we were so delayed, so I got today off. So that's flap 1. That should be flap 2. The gear lever is not supposed to be up. Thank you. All right, flap 2 is selected. Gear lever is down. APU is shutting down after start. Flight controls. I'm looking over here. Cool. I turned down the FPS of these screens because I feel like you don't need them. So I turned them down in the settings. I turned the FPS settings way down. Philly traffic breaker 357 taxi runway 9 or left Philly. All right, here we go. Nose lights coming on. Brakes released.
Philly traffic American 742 taxi and behind the big car to runway 9 left.
Is there a trick with auto throttle on this jet? Every time I turn it on, it just goes straight to idle. Make sure you have a Toga push button set. Speaking of, let's go ahead and set up our things here. So I need to hit the Toga push button. So now we got roll TO, LNAV is armed, and then turn the flight director on. So roll TO, LNAV. And we got 5007. We'll spin that all the way up. Turn it off FMS mode. Oh, it's on FMS mode? Speeds. No, that's FMS. That's manual. I got 180 selected. I do like all the regional jet traffic that joined me on Aveo today, so thank you all for tuning in. Ooh, we got a juicy CRJ over here. About to About to see a juicy CRJ off the left. Brickyard 357 Ram Tower, continue down spot 11, contact ground point 9. Spot 11 ramp, actually spot 11, we're actually going down to, I think, what's that, 4? Are these different sounds? These sounds are pretty good. I don't even know if my FTSim is working, so you'll have to be the determining factor. Windshield wipers do work, and they are a heck of a lot more effective than the Airbus. AJ Fruitar, thanks for the $5 super chat, man. Appreciate you. I hope little V2 goes around the house today saying, with you, happy birthday, little dude. AJ, appreciate you, man. We took little dude down to Buc-ee's for his 1-year-old birthday. That's why I was late getting the stream started up. But it all worked out great, man. We had a really long delay. I'll podcast it yesterday, so I timed out today. I was supposed to be doing a Philly turn today. I was supposed to be going down to Philly today, or up to Philly, rather. But I timed out, so I got the day off. And I got to be home with the fam, do a little stream with y'all, do a little super chatting with AJ. Appreciate you, man. Auto brake RTU, daggone, always forget. Thank you. I feel like this is an option, right? I feel like our first 170s didn't have this, and then we did get them. I did a high. We used to mess around like when we were doing. So on the contract, when I flew contract, much more lax rules, right? 121 supplemental, a little bit different. When you're flying regular 121 stuff, you know, everything's a little bit more strict. I wouldn't say it's more lax as charter, but there's definitely more freedom. It's almost like Part 91 with an airliner. But yeah, we would. I was like, hey, when we were light, I was like, hey, we're gonna test out high brake, and man, those high auto brakes, they grab. Because unlike the Airbus, did I just cut somebody off? Unlike the Airbus, you can arm high. It's a selectable setting for landing. Most of the time we use low or medium. I personally didn't like the auto brakes that much in the Embraer because I feel like it really had to catch that nose from slamming. Like it would grab, and the Airbus does the same thing too. You have auto brakes on, especially medium setting, you got to be ready to lower that. You got to be ready to catch that nose because it will grab and slam the nose wheel down.
Clear runway 9 left. At flight level 3003, comes to flight level 310.
You took your kid to Buc-ee's for his birthday? Steven, hell yeah, dude. We're from Texas, man. What do you think, bro? Did your E-Jets have HUDs? No, they did not. Okay, I want you all to see the difference between frame gen and no frame gen. So look how smooth everything is. Now watch this. No frame gen. Can you tell the difference? Frame gen on. Now it's just like butter. Maybe it's more for me than y'all. Migs, thanks for the $6.99 Canadian, dude. Appreciate you. What do you miss the most about flying E-Jets in real life compared to the buses? Vertical profile. I missed the vertical profile of the E-Jets and the automatic anti-ice. That's about it. Everything else about the bus is more comfortable. It's more fun. I feel like the Airbus is just enough hands-on because the Airbus is even more... Oh, and you know what? The auto throttle. MiGs. Being able to override the auto throttle on the E-Jet was awesome. Getting used to a fixed thrust lever position on the Airbus was very challenging. I wouldn't say challenging, but just it gave you the it was kind of, yeah. You had to get used to it. Because every time you feel yourself getting low and slow on approach, you can just override that thrust levers on the Embraer and you get OVRD for override, throttle override, and you're good to go. In the Airbus, not so much. Philly traffic, Brickyard 357 will line up runway 911. Alright, look at our taxi inspections, our strobes on. We'll leave those for takeoff. Let's go. Yeah, auto throttle override is awesome. If Airbus did one thing... Are my brakes set? No, let's go. I wish I could change one thing on the Airbus. It would be auto throttle.
1416 going direct ditch, Philly.
You know what? The ground handling on this Embraer is pretty darn good. I don't feel skatey. I feel weight of the aircraft. You got to juice up the engines to get rolling, which is true. I mean, that was another thing getting used to. I wasn't a captain for too long on the E-Jets, but you definitely use more thrust I feel like on the E-jets to get it rolling, especially heavier. With the Airbus, I mean, you rarely ever touch those thrust levers just because, especially with the IE engines, you just idle and roll. Embraer idled and roll too, but I feel like to a greater extent than the Airbus. ERJ or CRJ if you have to choose? Oh, ERJ. Well, you mean like 145 versus CRJ 200, 700? CRJ. But if you mean Embraer 170 versus CRJ, Embraer 170 all day, every day. All right, we don't need wipers for takeoff. That's coming off. Lights are coming on. These are all on, right? Yes, those are all on. We'll do a double ding on the flight attendants. Philly traffic, Brickyard 347, departing runway 9 or left, Philly. Alright. Let's go. So, auto throttle here. TO is armed. So, now the auto throttle will capture the thrust levers, in theory. Let's go. Oh, wait, hold on. We gotta sync our heading select. And can I go heading on departure? Alright, we'll be rolling, then we'll select heading after takeoff. Here we go. Spool them up, Fiddy. I don't even remember what the spool was. There we go. So it captured TOAT. Take off ADX1. Here we go. Airspeed's live.
80 knots.
So it wants to rotate early on me. That's twice. I don't know why.
Philippine traffic, American 714, landing up runway 9 left.
Positive rate. You're up. It's definitely a little bit bumpy. Alright, so I'm gonna... Oh, we actually went right to LNAV. Alright, there's our speed on elevator. Flight level change, 180. Resync the heading bug. I never turned the engine anti-ice on. Oh well. Man, we gotta make that speed knob move faster. That is painfully slow. Oh, flaps 1. Flap 0.
Philly traffic, American 714, early departing runway 9 left.
Close enough. TRS. Climb 1. Get a few more percents.
Republic Airways.
Dang, I can't even get the... I can't even get that speed knob.
Here, 5690, passing 125, climb at 270 indicated.
Alright, there's 250.
Roger that. We're getting a little close to the...
Oh, you can scroll it on here? Oh my gosh, why didn't y'all tell me? That's 1,000 times easier. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, this is a monkey business. This is way better. That must be in the manual somewhere. Alright, let's get on the pink on the flight director. That's one thing I gotta get used to flying the bird here. Still get that low, still get that chop in when we move cameras, but then once the camera stabilizes, it's a little better. I can do speed too? Alright, well, I'll worry about speed here in just a minute. I'm just going to enjoy the hand flying. I do enjoy how it hand flies. I think a hand fly is pretty darn good. There we go. Follow the cue. Alf Paulo, I'm using the Brunner electronic force feedback yoke, which makes almost every single airplane fly nice. If it can make the CRJ fly nice, then it can make anything fly nice. Jace, I'm liking it on the Brunner. I'm working on profiles. Hey, Rod, does it remind me? Do the ailerons? I feel like the ailerons got heavier with the increase of airspeed because they're conventional, right? That's what I'm trying to replicate on my force feedback yokes. I'm trying to create a profile that has a corresponding curve to airspeed with force on just the ailerons but not the pitch. Do I think the Boeing TCA? Oh yeah, the Boeing TCA is awesome. I like the Boeing TCA too. I had the Boeing TCA is as game-changing going from a regular push-pull yoke as it is going from the Boeing TCA to force feedback. The Boeing TCA is a great yoke. They're hydraulically actuated, Gustavo? Yeah, so that's why I'm thinking that maybe a little bit they're conventional, but they still use the PCUs. Yeah, that's right. But I remember that yoke felt pretty darn heavy. I got cracked in the knee a couple times. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, so I'm making it just a little bit. Let me try here. I'm going to increase speed. Let's do 270. Hopefully I get up to 270 here, and I'm going to make a nice left turn 90 degrees. Aaron, no, only the fly-by-wire on the E-Jet is the elevator and rudder. The ailerons are conventional. Yeah, Sam. So speed on elevator and speed on thrust. Speed on elevator, we're basically pitching for speed at a... I'm not going to say it wrong because I don't want to say it. I'll just let A-Rod handle that. I have the manual next to me. We'll look it up in cruise. Oh yeah, I feel like this profile is spot on. I could dampen the roll just a tad. I'm going to do a nice bank angle check here to the left pretty hard.
I want your traffic information, Delta 316.
That feels good.
Descent, passing 8,700 feet. For 2,000 feet, suspect Tyler runway 26.
Apollo, yeah, the displays look nice. The cockpit, I have no issues at all with the model or the textures, the cockpit. Everything looks good on this airplane, and I was surprised because initially I thought there was, people were complaining, oh, it doesn't look all that HD, but the cockpit looks great. The model's great. I really have no issues with any of it. I think it's very nice. The displays are crisp. I can even read them. Maybe kind of be hard for you to read on YouTube, but at this position right now where my camera is, I can easily read all the digits on my displays. I have no issues. If I zoom in on it, you guys can probably see it a little bit easier. But there you go. You're supposed to match. I don't know why it wants me to turn hardcore to the left. I feel like I'm pretty much on the LNAV path. Let me just see here what she wants. We'll fly her up through 18, then we'll engage the autopilot. But yeah, the displays, everything, very crisp, very nice, very believable. I like the details of the placards over here. Oh, there's a click spot. What does it do? Oh, it hides it. Oh, where'd my placard go? How do I get it back? I like that placard. I feel like, hold on, let's see here. So I want to see, let's track this. So let's hit Magic Barrel Ref Key 2909 I feel like I'm on FM, I'm on the course here, but let's go ahead and follow the flight director. Let's see where it takes us. I feel like it's going to take me left of course. Maybe I'm wrong. We have a 50 knot tailwind though. So now it wants me to come right back to the right. This is good instrument practice. Instrument scan only. There's your thrust caret just to the left of the bird, or your speed, not your thrust caret, your speed caret, really. Think of it as a, was it like isn't it like the trend vector? I don't know. So now it wants me to go. So it wants to oscillate. That's that's interesting. See how the flight director Q makes me want to, the flight director Q is a little bit off. Let's go ahead and let's see if we can help it out. Let's go flight plan. Let's go, we're just about to hit it. Let's go direct Kennedy. Brickyard 357, direct Kennedy. Direct Kennedy, Brickyard 357. Let's go ahead and, fingers crossed. Will she engage? She's engaging. Okay, so this is a bug that I think I'm having with my Brunner yoke. Now I'm in like indefinite TCS mode. Okay, no, it's back to autopilot. All right. Well, it's working. Icing condition. Oh, rip. I don't even remember where the icing switch is. Oh, you don't. That's right. You don't have to do anything. It's auto. Yeah, see now it's like really sensitive flight director Q. Let's see if it settles down here. It's an Embraer thing, but I saw extra. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to get back to the chat here. Guys, 400 viewers, only 160 likes. Come on. I think you want to see more RJ stuff. Smash that like button if you want to see more RJ stuff. I'm telling you, Friday we're going to have this airplane down. Today is a big learning day, more binding, hardware, dialing in. Friday, we're going to take a day out of my life many years ago. I'll look up the exact tail number. I actually don't think we have that livery modeled. I'll look up the exact tail number though. I'll fly the exact call sign on the exact route. And it'll be cool. It'll be a good trip down memory lane. I'll share some pictures and stuff. But yeah, we'll fly DC, New Orleans. Dare you to do 5 legs, Sam? No, I'll pass. So, yeah, the plane is doing some wobbling here, and I think this might have to do with my profile that I'm working. I'm still tweaking on my force feedback profile. And the way we can isolate this is I'm going to disconnect the force feedback here. So I'm going to disconnect the force feedback and see the airplane stables out. So now I know it's my yoke profile that I need to work on, because now she's stabled out. She's doing a little bit of hunting, but not like it was. So I can tweak to the 1,000th, of a Newton, how much force is required and the tolerance that the autopilot can move the yoke. That's where it gets kind of complex when you're dealing with the Brunner software. So I know I can get it to do this. I just need to do more tweaking. Yeah, Team Vaca, the autopilot slot range. Yeah, I don't know why it's on TCS, Ron. That's another issue I've been having. Is there a bind? Is there a bind for the TCS push button that's native for this airplane? It's probably in the manual, but I was elected to lead, not to read. So, but if there's a bind for that, I can fix that. I can make that a hard bind on the software. TCS mode is touch control steering, Paulo, and it's very useful. I think it's a great little feature. So let's say you're just climbing out and you have one little buildup right in front of you and you want to do a deviation. Instead of going heading mode and getting off the path, which you can do, you can just press the TCS button, and all it does is it basically pauses the autopilot modes. So it gives you full control on the yoke. You fly around as long as you hold the button down. You can just make a nice little turn to the right and then bank right back to the left and then release the TCS button and everything will recapture. Same thing happens if you're on an ILS. If you want to make an S-turn, maybe you're a little bit high on profile, you can press the TCS push button, do an S-turn across the localizer, lose some altitude, get her back in the right direction, release the TCS button, and it will automatically recapture your vertical and lateral mode that you were previously in. So it is a fancy little nugget there that they included. I remember the first time I ever used it we were climbing out of Philly, and I was flying with the first time I ever used it. Flying with a good friend of mine, Eric Ballman. Still remember him. I actually just saw a picture. I was looking at old pictures. I got a picture of him. I was flying out, new FO. We're coming out of Philly, and there's one little buildup. I mean, there was no reason for me to go around it, but I wanted to fly the airplane more. And I wanted to see TCS, so I grabbed the TCS button. I made a little swing to the right, swing back to the left, and then the most perfect voice. And Eric Ballman's very serious, straight-laced dude, and he looks over at me and goes, "Gutsiest move I ever seen, man." It's like, all right, that's funny. I get it. Since your yoke is overzealous on the inputs, it will trigger TCS. Oh. Aha. Interesting. So I thought that was an issue with mine. So if I'm overriding the autopilot, it's in TCS. Okay. Team Vodka, I need you to get this airplane and tweak the autopilot profile. I think my force profile is perfect. Try turning off the autopilot and turn it, okay. So I'm going to do it from the yoke. Hold on. Nope. We're rolling. Uh-oh, see, this is the problem I had. We are in indefinite TCS mode.
Awarded traffic information.
Okay, now autopilot engage. There we go. Autopilot re-engaged. Let me look, Team Vodka. Change it to 050. Let me pull up my profile here while you guys watch the landing here. There's 1,000 to go. In Team Vodka, that's under autopilot. Are you talking about the position window? Change it to 0.5. I'm going to try 0.4 first. It's at 0.3 right now. I'm going to try 0.4. I'm going to apply that position window. I'm going to try 0.4. I'm going to let the airplane stabilize here, and then then I'll turn on. Then I'll reconnect the force feedback. We also have to think about when we're going to get down. This is a short flight. Only 150 miles out. All right, here comes outsail. I'm going to maintain 7.0 Mach. Actually, let's be realistic for the Northeast today. Brickyard 357, Boston. Go ahead and Boston request. Slowest practical. Slowest practical, Brickyard 357. We'll do 250, indicate about 6.7 Mach. All right, LNAV, ACEL 310, short flight, seatbelt signs coming off. I should have flown somewhere where it's VFR. I do feel like this airplane is hard on performance. And I don't know why. Maybe the optimization, but I only notice it when I change views. Once the view is stable, everything's fine. But watch, I'm going to sling back to the back. It's like you can almost see it. Oh, we have announcements. Food allergy. See, now nice and smooth. Let's go to this one view here. But see, in between, yeah, as I move views, it's choppy, but then it stabilizes. So maybe perhaps there's something in the model. I don't know. I have no idea what causes that. But I can pick up on it with frame gen on in transition. But man, look at that. I love that wing. Now the question is, can we see that? See that when we come up to the cockpit? Can I see the wingtip? Oh, yeah. So one thing I loved about the extended winglets is I always felt like a big boy airplane because I was like, oh, I could finally see my winglets from the cockpit. And then I flew it at night and I realized I didn't want to see the winglets from the cockpit because the strobes are flashing into the cockpit. But that is a very accurate view. I have pictures of The first time, not the first time, but a couple times I was flying the extended winglet, I was all jacked up. So this is, oh, maybe I can show y'all. I'll save this picture for, actually, what the heck? Can I show y'all right now? Let me see. So I took this. This is actually from the right seat. I don't want that. I'm going to do... I want to show you guys this. It's kind of a cool photo. Oh.
So the traffic American 1450 is going to be descending down to flight level 170.
I cannot move it. Where is it?
Boston.
Hold on. Oh, I gotta shrink it. Hold on. There are pro streamers available elsewhere. I think one of them's actually flying on it right now. Isn't Flightdeck to sim stream it? Alright. Hold on. Now, the only reason... Oh my word. I'm moving all kinds of stuff around on my... Alright. Well, that's close enough. So that was from the right seat. And the only way I saw that so clearly was because I had the camera like wedged way in there further than my head could go. But you can kind of see, because realistically you only see about that much with your head. So that's pretty cool.
Via Romeo and crossing runway 2111.
Wow, look at all the clouds down there. All right, we actually got to fly this thing. Real quick before we... I know I need to scale it down, Chaos, but the problem is I'm scaling other scenes down at the same time, and it's jacking up my OBS stuff. Let's go ahead and do a flight level change. X. Do we have constraints on? Oh, it doesn't show constraints on this yet. Does it show weather? Default weather? Nice! Is that default weather? I like default weather. I'm a huge fan of default weather. A lot of people, you're going to be like, oh, this guy's a fake streamer. He likes default weather. I could care less about a realistic weather radar. Just give me something to look at. Let's do 210. Let's do flight path angle. FPA, 3 degrees down. Now, can I change all that from here? No, so I got to actually dial that. FPA 3 degrees down. Now let's go ahead and actually look at our charts here. Yeah, even when I move in the cockpit, I see a little bit of stuttering. A star, we're on the road book. 3 for 4 right. Let's just make sure we cross Provi at 11. Sound good? We got to cross Provi at 11,000, and we are coming up to it rapidly. So let's go ahead and set 11. Man, I like this. Makes it big. I like this. I like having the click spots up here, and you can do speed too. Okay, we're getting brownie points on the FSS. I'm liking it. All right, 11,000 is set. We're FPA 3 degrees, 250 on the speed. With vertical speed, you can enter in the box. Okay, good to know, A-Rod. Just be aware that around the star to approach transition, the plane likes to turn off course, so be ready to get into heading mode. All right, A-Rod, I will be ready. I'll be ready to cap it. We're 27 down for 11, heading sync. Beep. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, just begun our initial descent down into Boston. Current weather in Boston right now is about 45 degrees, light winds. Actually, rather gusty winds, about 15-20 miles out of the north, light rain showers, overcast skies. Seatbelt sound will be coming on here pretty soon. Once it does, remain on for the duration of the flight. Do appreciate your business. Thanks for choosing Public Airlines or U.S. Airways Express. You can set barrows in the display? Nah. Magic barrel ref key for life. Now we might actually need the 4 right loc and slope, so let's get the rest of our charts timed up. This is a short flight. When we go to Baltimore, we'll have a little bit more time. This is kind of like, you know, quick hops, down and dirty, getting used to the airplane. Then I'll be our flight to Baltimore, a little bit longer. We can kind of settle in a little bit, and then that way we'll be all prepped up for Friday. I'm going to do more work with my yoke profile and everything, and then Friday we're going to be day in the life of V1 on his first ever flight. 110.3 is the loc, 035. So if I come down here to the radio page, now we used to allow, like we were allowed to auto tune. It says auto, but I'm going to hard tune it. What'd I say? I have short-term memory loss. Too many fumes. Too many fumes from yesterday. 110.3. Don't have to put the decimal in there, I don't think. Yeah, 110.3. We'll do it on the captain side too. 110.3 and final approach course. I'd be lying to you if I remember where you put that. I think you actually have to select it, right? Course 035. So if I do bearing pointer and course I forget how to do this. ADF, I don't want that. I thought you could set the course prior to switching over. If I switch to VLOC right now, I'm going to lose my LNAV. Captain Shark, thanks for the $10. Oh, we never shut our lights off either. That's right, we're about to go down below 10. Captain Shark, thanks for the $10 super chat, man. Appreciate you. It says, haven't flown the E-Jet since January due to the V2 Fenix being released. Good to see you flying it. Last month, I flew on Brickyard 4479, DC to Kennedy 4A on 401YX in the Republic livery. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I got 401YX. Preview. Oh, yeah, preview mode. Preview mode. Preview mode. Prev. Yeah. Now, what was the course? 035. 035. Can I spin it on here? Oh, thank you. Thank you. 035. So we got to go this way. Can I click and hold it? I sure can. Creature comforts. I need to get my mini FCU working with this. That would be trippy. Flying an Embraer with a Airbus FCU. Alright, 035. We'll leave the preview needle on. That's so we know the approach course. We're in heading. We're standing by for a heading changeover. We're icing conditions. There we go. We're going to anti-ice on. I love it. Let's go flight level change right now. We'll go ahead and descend down. Live and die by the FMA. Speed on elevator. So we're going to go ahead and get a little speed brake on. So basically speed on elevator, that means it's going to pitch for 250 knots. If I throw the boards out now, it's going to increase rate of descent. If you were speed on thrust, speed on throttle, then you could run into an issue. I got to figure out, it's not, I'm trying to think if the correlation is to Airbus would be open climb and climb, but it's not quite the same because Airbus we have climb and descent, where in the Embraer it's speed on elevator or speed on thrust, regardless if you're climbing. You can set it regardless of your climbing or descending. So while there is some, it's hard to wrap my brain around it. I'll dig in the book. On our way down to Baltimore, we'll pull it up in the book. Yeah, I think speed on thrust is right. That's why it always bothers me when people say throttle, because these aren't throttles, they are thrust levers. Zippy, yeah, that APU pipe, man. Sam F, this is complicated for my brain. I know, Sam, there have been many of E-Jet pilots who've gotten in trouble because they were on speed on throttle and they were trying to climb up to a very high altitude. instead of speed on elevator. Speed on elevator, you're protected, because if you can't achieve that speed in the climb, it'll lower the nose. If you're a speed on throttle, it doesn't really care. Say you're an FPA 3 degrees up, or vertical speed 1800 up. Why did my auto throttle just disconnect? Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, there we go. Speed, AP. Look at that rainbow, looking good. It's speed on throttle, AJ? Speed on throttle. I think it is speed on throttle because it's referring to the throttle position, right? Speed on, I don't know. I trust A-Rod. He said speed on thrust. I don't trust AJ. AJ's just trying to get me to fly X-Plane. Ain't gonna happen, brother. Greg, I did see the Dukes are going to be delayed, which is unfortunate because if it's coming end of May, I probably won't even be flying them because, oh, I'm in throttle override, rip. I need to just leave my throttles alone. Where do you want them? There we go. Because end of May is kind of our target moving date, but we'll see. So if the Dukes aren't coming out till end of May, I'm going to be very, very sad. I never get to show you guys fly around the Dukes with you. 11,000 feet. We're looking good. As we make the turn, let's go ahead and descend to Goshi at 6,000. So we're 250. We're going to do a flight level change down to 6,000. Speed, elevator, flight level change. Not necessarily moving day, Kyle, but it's kind of our rough target move date and end of May. Not even a date, just kind of like the plan. Oh, I still have that. I still have the speed brakes out. You think about a delivery flight for the 777? If it gets released anytime soon, I don't know, man. I feel like we're still away from 777. We need to start seeing, once you see all the tech team doing videos, then I know it's down, like coming soon. But we haven't even seen any videos yet, so I still think it's a month at least. Maybe we'll see videos after Sim Update 15, because maybe they're waiting for Sim Update 15 to come out. I'm sure they are, just like the Duke. You had the ice condition. Yep, Dave, ice condition, but best thing about the Embraer, man, you don't have to do anything about it. You just look at it. We talked about that on the very first stream. Embraer 170, Airbus A320. There are two mentalities, two ways to go about ICAS and ECAMs. Airbus, you get an ECAM, probably got to do something. You flip the switch, ECAM goes away. On the Embraer 170, you get an ICAS, you sit there and you look at it, the ICAS message goes away. If the ICAS message doesn't go away, probably going back to the gate. Just sit there and look at it. It'll take care of itself. Should also say stall protection ice speeds. Yes, it should, right? Yeah, because we had ice coming out, so we should have stall protection ice speeds here for landing. Do we have, is there landing data? Is there landing speed we can import? Like perf, flight details, departure, ground. Like ref speeds or anything like that in the McDo. All right, 7 for 6,000 to level off. Speed brakes are up. We're doing 250 knots. Oh boy, in the menu. Perf and NIT, perf data, climb, cruise, descent, landing, flaps 5, approach speed. Yeah, flaps 2, I think 140. Landing initialized. Ah, yeah. What's runway heading? That's close enough to 040. Landing temp, it's cold, it's like 5. flaps 5. We're going to do flaps full, actually. Flaps full. Non-precision, Cat 1. Ice, yes. That's current weight. Winds. What are the winds in Boston? Anybody know? We actually need to find out what the winds are in Boston because they are not calm. Is there ATIS here? No, I think it's on, I think I have it on IBEO. I think ground is still on. Alright, so here's the transition. We got to be ready for it to trip into heading mode. Boston winds.
And Boston traffic, American.
Uh-oh, someone's having an issue.
1460 fully established runway 4 right, and it's going to be going to tower 128.8.
Sounds like you got a master
Boston
warning going on there,
traffic,
brother.
Delta 19er heavy airborne out of runway 9er climbing through 17 for flight level 380 on the Sox
070 at 22. Oh my gosh. 1911. Man, we used to do, then we used to take half the gust, right? All the steady state and half the gust. So if it's gusting 22, that's another 7 knots. Does that sound? VREF 135. VAP 138. I don't know. I don't remember what any of this is. Now you click landing to see speeds. Half the headwind, all the gust. Yeah, that's what we did. Half the headwind, all the gust. So 22 is 11 and 7. That's, yeah, but is there a limit? 15 knots? We're gonna add 15 more knots? No, really? We'll be fine. She'll be fine. Actually did fine there on the transition. We're approaching Bernie. No, Winnie's at 4. We need to get on down. So let's go 4. Whoa. I wish I could fix that. 4,000. Flight level change. Speed on elevator. Brakes are coming down. You did an approach in the Eagle at 148. Ooh. Alright, so we'll go 145. Is that what we determined? Yeah, that's close enough. 145. Is tower online? Someone say something about tower? Tower is 28.8. And we're also going to slow down. Why do I pick like the worst possible weather condition route for learning a new airplane? We might just can the second leg and fly from like Honolulu to Maui. Front row Kenny, I'm liking it, man. I'm liking it, Kenny. Now, it actually stayed on course here pretty good. But I feel like we're going to be high. Nabo is at 3,000. We might be alright. We might be alright.
American 1460, go around.
I can hook you up with a Hawaiian 175. That might be a good idea. We might end up doing that. Because I just want to enjoy learning this airplane. This is too much stress. We're doing ILS to minimums. I don't even have proper bindings. Ay, ay, ay. Flaps 1. It's really slats 1. Stow those. Yeah, definitely sounded like some panicking going on in there. Look at this crosswind. 40 knots across.
What altitude would you like us to maintain?
Flaps 2. So we're gonna fix that too. Flaps 2. What do we got, like wind shears and stuff?
Roger that. We're just gonna we'll follow the go around briefing.
Lift like Like, yeah, sounds like you got to get your gear up, man. Sounds like he's got his gear.
690. Sorry, had some radio issues. We're at the on the ILS 4 right.
All right, we're approaching. What's after Goshi? Winnie. All right, so we're down below the profile. Good. We're approaching Winnie on the ILS 4 right. Oh, I'm on comm 2. That's what it is.
690. Thanks.
Shoot. I need to be 2485. No. Wait. 28.8. 28.8 on comm 1.
Welcome, 22.8. See you in a bit.
Flaps 2, 180. Philly Tower, good afternoon. Brickyard 357, 3000, just outside Winnie, ILS 4 right. Let's arm the approach. Oh, look at that! But we're in yellow needles. I need to put the FO.
Squawk 3422 for Carrier 690.
Why can't I hear tower? Radio in op. Whose radio? Mine? We're nav 1, 28.8. We're comm 1. We should be listening. We've got it all. You can't hear tower either? AP1, speed on thrust. We're looking good. We're 180. We're going to leave it in yellow. Pretty sure this should be green. Change FO to loc 2. That's what we need to do. VLOC 2. There we go. He can look at something random. We're going to look at the actual one here. Philly Tower, Brickyard 357, radio check.
2500.
Audio input. Input is what is my mic, right? Audio output. It's my headset. I'm going to Boston. Why am I saying Philly? Boston Tower, Brickyard 357, radio check. We're 180, we're flaps 2, we're in a good spot. We're just having ATC issues. Boston Tower, 128.8. It's the right freak. I can hear people. 128.8. Transmit, receive. Our radio is on. Magic barrel ref key. Yep, definitely should have done that. Thank you. Here comes the slope. I might just have to disconnect. Boston Tower, Brickyard 357, radio check.
And Brickyard 690, we'll park gate Alpha 7.
Taxi to gate Alpha 7, the left on Mike,
I can hear ground.
right on Kilo, cross runway 4 left to the gate.
Alright, Mike Kilo, cross 4 left to the gate. Thanks, ATC.
I can hear him now. I can hear him now.
Thank you very much. You do the same. After you cross runway 4 left, you can monitor
I can hear him.
UCOM on 122.8. See ya.
What the hell?
We'll go, Brickyard 5690, thanks.
2500.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. We might just have to disconnect for this. Boston Tower, Brickyard 357, how do you hear?
Brickyard 357, Boston Tower. I got you 555, sir.
Alright, we got you loud and clear now. We're 3,000 feet ILS 4 right. Glide slope.
Brickyard 357,
He's gonna tell us to go around.
Roger. Let's see. You can continue approach.
Continue approach, Brickyard 357. So,
American 714,
I'm leaving the autopilot on. She's doing good, she's doing good.
Go ahead for American 714. American 17, winds are 080 at 21, gusting 29er.
Are you
Runway
kidding
4
me?
Right, clear
I need to
land.
get replay on for this.
Runway 4 right, clear to land, American 17.
Flight recorder's coming on. Send the 146 around. Send the 146 around.
5817 over to Boo. Established. Let's 4 right.
Auto brake. Now we'll go manual brakes.
5817, hello, continue.
Recording's on. All right, we figured it out, chat. Look at this. Autopilot's doing autopilot things. Smash the like button for a 250-hour streamer here.
American 714.
Replay's
squawk.
on. Everything's doing the right
One
thing
moment.
here.
You can squawk 3473.
BAE before all
for American
inputs.
714. Blue Streak 5817. You can
This
squawk.
is what I get for cutting him off during
Or you
pushback.
can keep your turn. Actually, yeah.
All right, there's
Code
2000 AGL. Let's go ahead and
3442, 5817.
slow it up. What do we say? 145? Yeah, 145. All right, flaps full, rather. This is actually a good test.
Yard 357. I see you're still squawking 7600. Just squawk 3450. Thank you.
3450. Squawking 3450, Brickyard 357. All right. Autopilot's doing a great job. I kind of want to hand fly it though. Let's see what we do. Autopilot come off? What's my autopilot disconnect button? Okay, autopilot's off, but now I'm on TCS mode.
1,000.
That's fine. Auto throttle disengaged. It's interesting that it's like the TCS is stuck on with this profile.
Brickyard 357, go around.
Don't do it to me,
Monitor
brother.
Unicom
Don't do it to
122.8
me.
due to lack of separation with traffic ahead of you. Thank you.
Going around Brickyard 357. Alright, go around, flaps. Positive rate, gear up. Flight director Q is being a little spicy, or maybe it's just me. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's select fly level change. Oh bro, this thing just got all out of whack.
Winds are 090 at 30. Runway 4 right, clear to land.
4 right, clear to land. 5817.
We got issues. We got heading back down to 3,000. Oh, I can't do this.
357, frequency change to Unicom is approved. I'll see you in just a couple minutes.
Santa Fe Brickyard 357. Oh, we got problems. So like this is glitching out here because I should be like it's telling me I'm level, which I'm not.
714, do you have a parking preference today? And you just.
All right, we need to trim you out. Autopilot, heading, auto throttle. let me increase. Oh, that's because it's an FMS speed. Let's go ahead and try this again here. Can I not move the heading? Why is my heading bug like? Okay, it's moving slowly. There we go. From here, I'll scroll you. Man, this is like the manipulators are what's killing me right now. I wish it worked with the Bravo because it's so much easier to just scroll a physical knob. Yeah, it won't even let me do that.
Blue Streak 5817, nicely done, sir. Do you have a parking preference or gate number today?
No, I don't have one that's signed. I haven't figured one out yet. So any place you want to send me would be good.
Taxi to whatever gate in the Charlie series, the taxi on runway 33 right ahead of you, cross runway 22 right.
Keeping it 180, there's no need going 250 knots away from the airport. We'll set us up here on another
right,
downwind.
cross 22 right, November, and cross 15 right, Charlie Gates, Blue Stick 5817.
Okay, well, this just about axed our second leg, because I'm not flying in this weather on our second leg. I will save that replay. Go around 170. Whoever the 146 is, I will find you and I will hunt you down and I will ban you for life. Cut me off. Alright. I don't think that was Team Vodka. I think Team Vodka was in the CRJ and he landed after. But that 146 cut me off. I'm going to extend my downwind here. We'll come out to about 230. 180, we're 3,000. 3,000 we should be. There we go. I must have misclicked it. So we're 3,000. Everything's up. We're looking all right. We're looking all right. That wasn't the most elegant of landings, but hey. Why are we rolling hard? Why are we rolling hard? Why are we rolling hard?
2,500.
Oh, brother. All right. Bank angle. Come on, man. Why is it stuck in TCS mode? It goes right in TCS, and right now I actually have my force feedback off. It's actually disconnected right now, so now she's just doing this TCS thing. No, I turned it off, Chaos. I turned it off after we went around. That's so bizarre, though. It doesn't help that we're in zero viz. Yeah, favorite. They rewired the trim switch backwards. We need to come back around, bro. We need to come all the way back around. Let's just go to 4th Al. I'm just gonna disconnect from Iveo because I don't want to get. I'm not going to vector myself out. I'm just going to land this thing. See, it's just stuck in. And like you see, what in the heck is going on here? I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're going straight to VLOC 1. And I'm gonna shut everything off if I can. I don't even think I can. Okay, that's off. Auto throttle's coming off. We're just going to come back around and land this sucker. We're back in icing conditions. Now we're gonna recapture this. We're just gonna hand fly this whole thing. Let's lower that AOA a little bit here. But why are we still climbing? You see that? This is what's tripping me off here. We're climbing. This is showing me below the horizon, which is not. That is 100% that's backwards. It's backwards. We're through 5,000 feet. Can't even get that off. Yeah, the FPA is stuck, so the flight path angle is stuck, and that's what's really tripping me out right now. Oh no, Phantom's in the chat. Oh no. Everything's fine. This is a perfect airplane. Phantom. This airplane is 100% perfect. Go away. I'm going to do this, though. I'm going to reconnect that. Oh, now there we go. Get back down to like 3,000. Hey, roll out. That's right, we're self-vectoring ourselves on downwind. So the trick is to not look at the flight path vector because it's stuck. I was the BAE and IMC. I couldn't see you. My bad. Oh, Brian. All right. No worries, man. All right. We're descending down. We're 180. We almost crashed it. But we're fine. We're fine. I'm going to keep on coming down. Let's make it 2,000. We're going to be inside tight here. And we have manuals. We don't have the auto thrust on, but as a reference, I'm going to go ahead and scroll 145 in here. Give it a chance. Remember the ATR. I do remember the ATR. ATR is my favorite airplane. All right, 145. Ah, nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. All right, there we go. 3.5. We're getting slightly below the slope. And let's go ahead and turn that in. I think we can make it. I really would like to get rid of the that flight path vector because that is like tripping me out. 1,000 to level off. I'll keep sinking this heading bug as I go around the corner here. We might actually be too tight on this still. $13 miles. Yeah, we got a dead bird and it's stuck. All right, here comes 2,000. All right, now we're going to fly this in, we'll intercept, and then we'll be fine. FSS eject. The eject jet. I just want it so badly to be Not doing this. I can live with no VNAV. Having a hard time living with a stuck bird. Maybe we have to take the CRJ. Now, if I... No, I don't want to switch that. I want VLOC 1. I'm trying to get that roll out to stop toggling. J7, have you tried turning it on and off again? I think the bug started happening in the last update, so hopefully the next one will be fixed. Hopefully. I'm hoping. We are definitely in the thick of it, though. Let's see if we can at least get a smooth landing out of it. If it ain't raining, it ain't training, Captain Shark. That is correct, my man. Alright, the new recording is on for this one. I'm going to scroll this down. I got to figure out, is there a stop zoom? I think somebody sent me that a long time ago, like a stop zoom thing in Microsoft. Alright, I'm going to keep coming. I'm going to come down to like 15. I'm trickling down. I'm going to come down about 15 hundo here. This is going to be a pretty tight turn inside the final. We got 34 knots of wind. It's going to be spicy. Light speed, glad you're enjoying it, man. Whoa, 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 whoa. Easy there, Ty, easy. It is frame heavy, David. Yeah, it is. We were talking about that a little bit earlier. Not sure if it's an optimization issue or what. Alright, I'm going to try to cut this corner here so it's not a 90-degree intercept at the final. Nothing like pitch and power when your main pitch instrument is bugged. It's coming down. 145 is our final lap speed. We're flaps 3. Should be flaps 4. There's the alert. I'm aware. No, Antonio. No. Not this temperamental in real life. Not going to quite go flaps 5 yet. I think we're just off that slope. I'm hoping when we capture the loc and slope here, maybe it'll stop bugging itself on us here. Alright, let's go ahead and start the turn to final. Keep coming down. Full flaps, gears down, no auto brakes. There's the loc, we've got that. Oh, let me shallow this descent out here. I'm inside the FAF, so we should be fine. Come on, baby, grab that glide slope. It's just hanging at a half dot. I'm not 100% confident that it's giving me correct info though. Alright, here it comes, here it comes. Come on, grab it. Grab it and fix the bird for me. There it is, glide slope. Jeez, 30 knots in the crosswind here. Alright, I think the bird is not stuck anymore. Alright, now it's actually getting speed. Oh my gosh, we're way off. Nothing to see here. Approach lights, continue. Look at is that another, we're gonna lose sight of the runway. Oh my gosh, Microsoft, why do you have to be so good at the weather? Correcting on the speed a little fast. And I'm glad I didn't fly today. Alright. Flew through it a little bit there. Runway's in sight. We're on speed. We're on altitude. We might just pull out of this one, Chad. Everyone say hi to Roscoe down there in the shipyards. It was definitely not smooth, I can tell you that. I'm fighting this pretty good here. I do like this profile. If I can figure out why that TCS is getting bugged, I really like the force that I have on my force feedback profile. Alright, correcting a little bit high. Correcting.
200.
David Isaac just froze my sim. Thank you for the subs, man. But you just host us.
50.
Oh my goodness.
40. 30.
I'm full left rudder.
20.
I'm full left rudder. Oh yeah, that's a crasher. Thank you, David.
80 knots.
Holy. At least we had a recording on. That is a crash test dummy if I'd ever seen one. Kablamo. Kablamo. Oh my gosh. Safe and legal. David Isaac, appreciate the 10 gifted subs, man. If you got a gifted membership, make sure you say thank you to David. He was part of our crash landing there. Whenever we get a dono like that, if I don't pause it in Streamlabs, it tanks the sim. Appreciate you, David. Very kind. There was no bounce. It was a 2-wire. We didn't hit the fantail. We're not gonna go shut her down. I wanna load. I wanna watch that replay, and I'm gonna try something. So, for testing purposes, look at our fuel. We're getting down there. All right. For testing purposes, first let's watch that replay right now. Let's see what that looked like. We're not gonna watch the whole thing because I started recording way early.
80 knots.
So pause it. I'm gonna zoom it forward. Come back here, let the sim load in for a second. Yeah, we're full flaps. We're full flaps. How are the new sounds? Nabil, I didn't get FTSim working. I don't know why. Well, I know why. It's because it didn't work on the install process, so I have to fix it. Fuel's fine. I've landed with both those yellow before. Leave the cockpit door shut and letting the passengers off. Hey, Tom, it wouldn't be the first time I've had to do that, my man. Would be the first time. Look at that wind down there, though. Man, they just need to iron out the optimization of the frames and fix the stuck bird. If they can fix those two things, it's hard to just say fix optimization of frames, but like if they can optimize the airplane a little bit better, because it's very heavy on frames. For me, and I don't know why, but if they can optimize it and fix the sticking bird, the sticking bird is hard. I can live without VNAV, but that sticking bird is really trippy to fly. Ooh. Let's wind it back. Well, if they fix the product, keep the product. Hold on. I got an idea. I'm going to turn you down. We're going to do this. We're going to do a couple things here. And then we're going to go here. And we're going to go
80
here.
knots.
And we're going to go here. Stop replay. I'm flying. I have control. Alright, let's try this again in normal conditions. We still have that rollout stuck. I want to just get a good landing on this thing. But man, look at the frames, dude. Why is it so heavy? It's almost like something's leaking memory-wise. Too much. That's Airbus flare right there. Hold on. Stop. Replay. Pause it. Run it forward. Try this again. Alright, I'm flying. Try this again here. It's almost... I thought it was Burbank. It's not Burbank, unfortunately. Yeah, that was way long. We saw nothing. I wasn't trying to get in the touchdown zone. I just wanted to see what the flare attitude's like here. I mean, you guys can see those stutters. And... I mean, that's better. Yeah, it does. All right, so I'm going to record one. Let's try this. I'm going to pause it. I'm going to run it forward to here. Right about here. We're going to let the sim load in. And then I'm going to re-record this landing here. It's better with the weather. I know. Would that have qualified as stable, or would it have been a go-around? What, the first one? The first one was stable. It just wasn't very good. The one where I floated just now? No. That'd be a go-around for sure. I just wanted to see what a flare attitude was like. All right. Stop replay. Recording is on. Frame gen is on. I've got my monitor on. I have control. Now let's go ahead and... I'm flying. We'll get back on center line here. Let's just see if we can get a nice landing. Let's see if we can get a nice smooth landing here. Because in flight, when we're not having frame issues, it hand flies nice. I enjoy the way it hand flies. But when we start landing, it's just like... I've never seen stutters like this. I'm going to try not to Airbus it. Let's try to do... This is real mode right here. Real mode. We're on speed. We're looking good. We're way fast, though, for the wind. Because we don't have any wind. We were landing with... Yeah, look at that. Jesus. I'm going to bring the power out here. A little bit low over the numbers. There we go. It's going to float because we had ice speeds and all that good stuff. Wasn't terrible. No, Andy B, it's not the scenery, my man. It's not the scenery. Alright, let's stop that. Let's watch that. Let's see what that looked like.
80 knots.
I have one thing we're gonna test here. Oh yeah, at 135, Gustavo, I'm sure, but I had 145 because we were landing with all those winds. I like how ugly water looks when you have no wind. The model looks good though. Yeah, it does. I have an idea, chat. I have an idea. I want to test something. All my IOE landings were perfect. Well, that was better. I guess I gotta hold it more. I'm not used to that flare attitude. Okay, all right. Not terrible. How many frames am I getting? I know. I don't know. Not enough. Not enough. Now I'm gonna watch this. I'm going to. Okay, so replay is actually done. So hold on. We're gonna do this. We're gonna go general options. We're gonna go dev mode on. Go back, resume. I'm gonna stop. We're gonna go aircraft. Oh no, options. Aircraft selector. CRJ. Hold on. It's going to take a second here. It's going to freak out. Stand by. Czar, thanks for the 35 super chat, man. Are you running dynamic? Yes, I did. I'm running dynamic LOD. After turning it off, it was... Wait. And after turning off dynamic LOD, it was butter smooth? Really, Rubes? Perhaps a bug with dynamic LOD? Interesting. Before I do that, Rubes, thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate you. Let this airplane load in here real quick. I'm going to test something. All right. Come back in here. And just give me a second. Give me a second. Aircraft. Ready for taxi. It's going to do its things. And then we're going to throw this right back on the final approach. And we'll see. Just want to see. This is what it looks like coming down the final. Not change anything else. But we might have to do a second stream in the CRJ. Superior RJ. Say I'm still here. Appreciate you, man. I can just tell already, man. But the problem with the CRJ is that, oh wow, all my views are jacked up because I think it still thinks I'm in the other airplane. No? All right. Do we have power? Where's the power levers? Why don't we have power levers? Oh, we're in reverse thrust. Turn you off. Okay, there we go. All right. Make sure force feedback's connected. Same profile. Everything's good. Good. All right. So watch this. Dun, 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 dun. Pause replay and stop replay. All right. I have control. I'm flying. Now we're not really doing this for the stability of the approach. Are my gear down? I don't even know. I don't think the gear down. The flaps aren't down. But I'm just looking at the approach here. Man, you can just see visually. All right, gear down. I don't think I have any flaps bound, so we're doing no flap landing here. I mean, like zero stutter. 190 knots over the threshold with the CRJ. All right. And then we got the Aerosoft. Handling on the E-Jets on the ground, way better. E-Jet ground handling is actually very, very nice. All right. Well, I think we have I think we have figured out what's causing issues there. That FPS. Now, this will show you non-frame gen FPS, right? So you guys can see that. So non-frame gen, we're getting 23. Let's select the aircraft selector. Let's go back to FSS. FSS. What is it? Flight? Actually, no, it's filtered by Pitts. No. Boeing. Embraer. American Eagle. Republic. Load. We'll let it load in. So we were right up there about 22 with no frame gen. Just chilling. We'll let this load in here for a sec. It's going to take a second. We shall be patient. Reminds me of the good old FSX days. If I already have frame gen with RTX 4090, do I need the mod? No, you don't need the mod then. You have native frame generation. You have native frame gen. We may have crashed it. Well, nope. Things are happening. I don't know if it's going to load. It's going to take a minute here. Oh, no! All right. So we're back to 22 on the ground. Set the boots up here. Aaron. Oh, yeah. Fokker for sure, dude. Alright, somebody said something about dynamic LOD. I will turn it off. Alright, so we're 20-ish. So dynamic LOD is on. I wonder if... Well, let's just see how this approach handles. Oh boy. I don't think it knows it's even flying yet. I'm having issues with the flight controls. I don't really have... I didn't think I had any control movement there. I do. So 15 frames down the final.
20. 10.
I'm gonna can dynamic LOD for this next one. So we will exit dynamic LOD. We're gonna wind replay back here. Should be the last test. Alright, this is with dynamic LOD off. I am flying. But there's nothing loaded in the airplane. You see, like the flight director's working-ish.
300.
I might just be, it must be something with optimization, right? Because after flying it for a long time with the flight plan, because this here with nothing loaded up with just a new aircraft selection, this actually doesn't feel that bad.
40. 30. 20.
But it did not feel like that the first time. Ooh, I tried to really butter that one out. Where's tail strike pitch? Nothing but the most rigorous investigative simming. Yeah. I don't know. I think we have concluded. Let me get this off the screen because it's annoying. I'm going to do one more landing because I want to.
80 knots.
Alright, pause. We're going to do one more landing. I'm going to exit dev mode. This will be a replay landing. Let's make it look a little bit nicer in here. We were going to do 2 legs, but oh, hell no. We don't want that. We want a few clouds. There we go. That's a nice Boston afternoon. Stop, replay, record, on. Recording is on. I have control. I'm flying. Let me save it. Then let me save it here. We'll save it. I can't save it. Why can't I save it?
400.
So what's interesting to me is this approach, you know, after just freshly loading into it, I mean, doesn't this just look much smoother too?
300.
It's almost like the longer you fly it, well, it would go a little bit of stutter. I mean, there's a lot going on, I'm sure. We've got a lot of screens. Oh, back on speed. Here we go. Perfect landing. Perfect landing time.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Oh, baby, come on. That's what I like. You see how the rudder control on the nose is so much more believable, so much easier than the CRJ. CRJ feels like you're driving a motorcycle. All right, let's watch that replay, and then we'll end it. But we're going to stream again later. I want to, gosh, I still want to fly this thing. Let's see how it looked.
80 knots.
I still want to fly this airplane. Set instrument updates to low. So I did that for the FO's side. V1, when's the last time you disabled, deleted shaders and rebooted and enabled again? Oh, I don't think I've ever done that, JJ Stevens, but I've taken the Fenix into LaGuardia at like 60 FPS, so I really haven't had a need to do that. And you can see right here, it seems fine. Grab the Hawaii livery I sent you and do a quick Honolulu to OGG hop. The next flight will have to be in Hawaii. I'm not done flying this airplane. I'm going to fly it again. I want to love it more. I want it to work perfectly. I know it's early access. I know. Let's see here. Try the virtual Col 1. No, that'll make me Alt F4. There we go. Look at that. Boom. Nice touchdown. Let's come back here. Let's see how that looks. I'll turn frame gen off so we can see the wheels hit. Oh, that's a cool shot. Still could have been better on the flare. Wow, I really don't know how to land this airplane. I really need to go back to the school of learning how to land the Embraer. Keep flying it, that way I don't have to buy it, says Jacob. Where can we find the Simbri for the bird? GSX seemed to be confused. Kenny, I don't know. Someone might in the Discord might have one. I'll have to pick it up too, because we gotta figure out where it is so we can use it together. But, well, this one didn't end the way I intended for it to end. But daggone it, I still had fun. Next time we'll have to be a little bit better about choosing routes when flying airplanes that we're learning on the channel. I gotta figure out what's going on with my TCS bug. That's something with the autopilot and the Brunner, because we didn't have that yesterday. So I'm still going to do some investigative work, and I still want to fly this airplane on Friday on a semi-long haul, 800 miles. I'm still going to do it, and it's going to go perfectly and flawlessly. So stick around. Make sure your notifications are on. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you for hitting the like button. Today was another Firestorm stream, which I was not intending it to happen. But we're not giving up yet, chat. We're not giving up. Just look at the wing model. Look at the wing flex. I'm going to figure out how to get FTSim installed. Maybe someone can walk me through the astrophysics of editing files to get it to work. Next stream, Key 6. There might be a CRJ stream tonight. And then we might do... We're streaming all week, man. We're going to stream tomorrow. We're going to stream Friday. So just make sure your notifications are on, Key 6. You'll be good. San Diego SFO. Could go back on the West Coast. We might. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in to me. Tuning in today. I'll see you later tonight, hopefully. Until then, enjoy your evening. Thanks for spending a little bit of time with me. Stay safe. Stay healthy. I'm V1. See ya.